A Florida stripper has been arrested after she wrote about her vision to carry out a mass shooting. An exotic dancer in Florida was arrested after writing about her, quote, urges to get involved in a mass shooting in a crowded area, the police claim. Brienne Basarich, age 31, who worked at the Showgirls Men's Club in Plant City, admitted to posting the threats on her Tumblr account under the username, quote, taking lives, the Lakeland Police Department has said. She wrote about her, quote, vision of using an assault rifle to fire into a crowded bar or club that only had one entrance, thus preventing people from escaping, the media has reported. Wow, she got really detailed with it too. I have a vision of shooting people in a crowded place with no exits. I mean, that's basically what she said. Here's a quote. I had a vision of a very public place. Only one way in and one way out. Preferably a bar or a club on a busy night. 2019 has a lot in store if my plans go accordingly. That was the end of the quote. All it's missing is moo ah 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 ah. I imagine in her head that's what she said afterward. Basarich, the dancer, described herself to police officers as a true crime lover and a, quote, great admirer of serial killers and mass murderers. Oh, that's lovely. Here's a quote. A lot of us have urges. Whether they will admit it or not is the question. So yes, I have urges, she wrote. She actually wrote that to another Tumblr user who asked whether she had homicidal urges. Right on the page? Right on the, is this what people talk about this in the wide open on social media? You got to be out of your mind. The stripper was charged with making a written threat to kill or injure. She was taken to Polk County Jail. Yeah. Well, you know, good for the police. I always get on the police's case for solving crime on social media, like being on social media all the time. Well, this is a case where it actually worked out that they were on social media. Because they saw that this stripper was... First of all, I'm wondering what the cops are doing, like following a stripper on social media. So it's like, okay, what kind of photos are you looking for here? And then, well, luckily they were like, oh, okay, she's got some nice photos of her in some bikinis. Oh, what is this threat to this vision she's having of a mass shooting? Oh, we better crack down on this case. So it kind of worked out. Some perverted cop in Florida, prevented what could have possibly been a public disaster, another mass shooting at a club with very little exits. It's wild to hear this from a woman, right? I mean, really. I mean, most of the time you hear this stuff about men carrying out these mass shootings. Have we had a female mass shooter yet? I can't seem to remember. How sad is that? There's so many of them that I can't even remember. There was two just in the past week, two shootings here in California. I mean, in the Los Angeles area. Then we had the one last month or a few weeks ago at a bowling alley, right? I mean, it's just crazy. There's so many of them. It's just what a sad situation. Watch out for your strippers, man. I mean, we think they're all happy people, but inside, they're disturbed. Obviously, they're stripping. And some of them have it. They have visions. And it's not visions of dollar bills raining down on them in the middle of an Ariana Grande song. It can be visions of blasting away into a surprising crowd and taking lives. This is serious shit right here.